Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. And the Blue Devils ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense will get the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Demon Deacons want to move quickly. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Conference game in the ACC for your team.
Quick tempo here for the offense. He's looking for a man on second down. Quickly complete. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Demon Deacons with the 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down, and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will go to work for the first time. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
Now on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Demon Deacons headed quickly to the line. Move. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like the rivalries map.
He's going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're still.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wake. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. They'll line up for a second down play. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Richard. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Quarterback checking the play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That's reeled in. It's Stenson. Afterburner's coming. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. Looking to go up top on first down. He slings it deep to the left. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. On second down, he'll fire. Fires downfield. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. Running to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Collins. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping. Take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep, and they'll keep this drive going.
And simple play, simple gain, get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
To the ground with the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On the run, it's Richard. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Duke! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back.
What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They go to the ground. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback checking off. The give and the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just 9 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if they try to get another one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Demon Deacons will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. And the defense doing work.
Man, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses the 35. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Makes the quick grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Got his man quickly. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Demon Deacons racing to the line in the hurry-up. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw on second down. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Demon Deacons have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking to throw it again. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They want to run this quarterback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Looking to throw on third. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move with a fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. They'll run it on first and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. The Demon Deacons in the hurry-up. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And that one will put him up here in the second half. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's going to pass, buying some time as he moves left. At the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. He'll go to the sneak. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO fired complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Makes the catch past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
fires to the big fella. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down in the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out quickly. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer. You've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Here comes the offense on second down. The run from the shotgun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. And the Demon Deacons want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He fires to the left side. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Duke.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's got his man. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock.
It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Wake.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on first down. Escapes the sack. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked up.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll take another shot here. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
How about that? Forget about overtime. Great execution. This crowd is going nuts because that is perfectly done. Taking all the clock, scoring,